Got my new piece in the mail. Well, new used piece. Needs a good cleaning, but at least it's all complete. Even came with a clutch cable. But I'm going to take this off because I'm going to reuse the one that I've got, which is in better condition. So get that pulled off. Which it's missing the parts inside, so no big deal. I've got the parts that I need. Shoot some grease in here before we put it together. You can always grease it up some more after it's done. Got one ramp. It's got a little notch. That notch lines up with the notch in the housing. Like so. You can put the nut and the washer on the outside just to hold it. Shoot some more grease in her. Got your little ball bearings, which the flat spot goes against the notch also. A little more grease. You got this. This thing, it's best to put the spring on. Which it hooks onto the body down here. Like that. Got the little ball to put in. I'm going to loosen up the clutch cable and make it easier to put it together. Alright, I got it hooked up, got the clutch cable hooked up, springs on, the little ball is inside. It works. I'm going to put it on just to make sure, and then I'll probably take it back off and clean it up real good and polish it up and everything, but anyway, until then, we'll get it put on here. adjust the clutch. Alright. What you want to do is turn this backwards because it works differently. You turn it backwards until it stops. Which is about right there. And then you would just turn it back forward like 1/8 of a turn. And then you tighten up the lock nut. Try to hold your screwdriver steady so that it don't move. And there you go. And you've got this up here is an adjustment, which usually you can just leave them down and do your adjustments up on the handlebar. Up here, which maybe a little bit more. About that much play. Something happened. Yep. Take us back off and see what the hell happened. Still moving. That moves. Well, I'm not sure. Because that all still hooked up and moving fine. Maybe something wasn't seated in properly. I'm thinking maybe this try readjusting this. See what happens. That's a little smoother. Let me try a little more. I think I just had this adjusted wrong. Squirrels are driving the dogs nut. Ah, that feels good. I think I just had that. Something was either misaligned from the rod going in, or just had it adjusted a little bit wrong. Anyway, I'll put the shifter lever back on. I gotta fix the end first. That broke off. But anyway, that goes on, something like that. And I still need to find the foot peg bracket, or I can make one, because this side the foot peg's missing, but I'll get it. Got a foot peg made up. Not the prettiest, but it'll work until I can find a stock one. I just had this big curved rod. I welded a nut on one end, fit over the shaft, and put a nut here. Welded this little rod to fit against that to keep it from rocking side to side. Had this old foot peg, same thing. I welded a nut onto the end of this shaft, bolted that on so this can come off if I need to. And I got the shifter put on. I just drilled a hole and stuck a bolt in there for now. But anyway, this will work until I can find the stock replacement parts. At least I'll be able to ride it now. Cover's on, clutch is working. Still need the brake hub, but I put a piece of pipe in there to balance it out so the wheel will stay in the center. There's the stock foot peg for this side. It's all good. So next thing, I'll probably just fire it up and take it for a ride down the road and see how it runs.